It's the Caleb D. MTG Gathering Show.
Yeah, cards I like here are Minsk, Baragwave, Gut, Grim Monolith. Oh, Grim Monolith should probably have been in my top 50 somewhere. Fucking oh well, You hate when other programs jack it without consent, right? That's some rude stuff. I think this is the one track that I've heard off the album so far. It came out a few months back. Oh man. This pack is fucked up. So I want the sneak attack, but I want the sneak attack with the Atali. Bowmasters is really good too. It's like, is splashing Bowmasters better than taking the sneak attack? Sneak attack's really fun. It's like one of my favorite cards to play with. I think you actually get a more winning deck if you splash that Bowmasters. But I'm a child. Sneak attack's been one of my favorite cards for a long time. It was like one of my kitchen table decks. Sneaking in Weatherseed Tree Folks and sacking them to Altar of Dementia on end step. 1 red, mill someone 5 cards every turn. How do you lose? How do you lose? Hell yeah, you're in stream. Getting that cube on. I think Fnatic of Ronos is where it's at here. Ramps to Minsk, Ramps to Sneak. Sentinel's a solid card. I'm going to take this Vista. There's like some reasonable opening for like moving in black too. It could take Reanimate. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. I suppose. Pass the Orcs, take the Reanimate. Reanimate and Sneak Attack play well together though. Gives you some nice consistency. Multiple ways to cheat things out. Happy 1.62% day. Thanks to Delta. Thank you. Is this the Caleb D MTG show? It is indeed the Caleb D MTG Magic the Gathering show. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a pleasant Wednesday. I'm excited. I'm excited this week. I'm excited to... Oh yeah, the Reanimate, kind of an awkward thing, right? Because I want Lumberjack to turn 2 these cards. But I want the Mortuary with Reanimate. Fucking try it. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm excited to variety stream on Friday. I've got like a pile of sweet games I want to play. Should be a fucking blast. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be doing an early stream. Start around like 11 a.m. And stream till 4 or 5. And then I'm going to be traveling for a metal show. Going to be seeing Between the Buried and Me. 3 Inches of Blood, Devin Townsend, just like a bunch of gas artists. Hey Jomo, thanks for the sub, thanks for sharing the Prime there, the 8-month. You're excited that people like Caleb the MTG are in this world? Oh man. What a sweet sentiment. Yeah, I was thinking we would just like wheel some fixing because red-green's not a super popular color combination. Once Upon a Galaxy is ruining your life? Oh no. Should I jam some of that on Friday? You saw Between the Beard and Me in San Diego last week, so sweet. Hell yeah. Yeah, they play around nearby me very often, but I haven't gotten a chance to see them yet. This will be my first time. Pretty fucking stoked. Yeah, I've been having a doozy of a time in Once Upon a Galaxy. Breaking the top 10. I keep on getting like top 30. And then I'll get like 4th or something. And skyrocket backwards. Had some sweet games lately though. When I did stream it, I think it helped a bit. Because it made me like pay a bit more attention to builds. And explain my reasoning instead of just like autopiloting and such. Thinking about grabbing Lightning Bolt. Hey, Ben. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing the Prime. Yeah, I'm going to take Bolt. I like never draft Bolt. Ooh, Through the Breach. Yeah, the Overlord could also help with the reanimation aspect, but I'm just going to grab this backup plan, Jund, yeah, a little Jund action, huh? A little Jundaroo, Jundaroo scheme. Ooh, a Verdant. So currently we don't have any Eldrazi for this channel, but we have like all the things you can do with Eldrazi. We got like the fucking sneak attack through the breach, and the channel was passed to us. I think I'm gonna draft this, and then we'll see Emrakul later, and it'll work out. That's what I think. We'll see, but congrats to 1.62%. Thank you. We're almost there. Some Taiga action. Worm's not a bad one for sneak, but Taiga's so good. The OG duels are so good. One of the nice things of being in a lesser fought over color combination. Made it past the hard part. Yeah, the 1.4% in a 365, that's the real barrier. Not World Spine? No, I like the other card that I took better. I mentioned the fucking World Spine. What do you want from me? I'm gonna grab Oath. I think we're Oathing. Was I ever close to quitting the last time I did 365? No. No, not remotely. That's true. I definitely didn't stream on the 366th day. Wonder if I can get that ramp spell, the one that just like pulls a forest. That could actually be good here. But I guess random talismans would do the same thing. Ramp me up to Minsc and Boo without getting in the way of Oath. Overlord's a pretty bad Oath hit, but I think it's still the pick here. Am I not playing channel? If the channels, if it was over here, I would not be playing it. Currently, I'm not excited about it with only Emrakul. Oh shit! What up? Hey, my dog's named Pig. Thinks the sob. Thinks about 21 months. You feeling a max? I could use a max. Any acceleration at all, really. Max, Soul Ring, anything. Mana Crypt. Some tutors would be nice too. That would make the black feel a lot better too. Oh shit, what up? Triflin, thank you for giving a sub to Pesky Ukamini. Yeah, so Dark Ritual and Animate Dead are both tempting. Mana Vault's kind of like a colorless Dark Ritual, I think I want that. Snag that there, Dark Ritual. Sometimes Dark Ritual wheels. Would not mind that. This is not my pack. It's just really not for me. Oathing into Flage would be funny. Oathing into Pyrogoyf's probably fine. I'll throw it in. Looking at Delayed Blast Fireball, Galvanic Discharge. Really just those two. Natural Order and take out Oath. We have like 2 green creatures. And you want to audible to Natural Order? I don't, if that wasn't clear. That was not a tempting idea. Sorry to say it so sarcastically. These Surveillance are pretty good with their random reanimation effects. Another day, another percentage, you know it. Kind of like this Relic. Like we're ramping up to Sneak Attack Activator through the breach, right? Just works here. Well, looks like we only need like 2 more playables. We're doing pretty well. One more thing to channel into would be pretty nice. One more Eldrazi thing. Or a tutor so that we get like channel plus Emrakul more often. Currently we don't have the discard outlets to really work with instant speed reanimation. This Corpse Dance is kind of unexciting. Alright, somebody in chat was super stoked about Slimefoot and Squee. I don't think I want to play my Oath of Druids deck. Is the thing. Yeah, like Faithless Looting would have been awesome, or Fable. Sometimes you see Faithless Looting late. Do I want yet another chonker to sneak in? Alright. The thing about Atraxa and Grizzlebrand is that they just like find you the other chonkers. Oh, Pillage the Bog is kind of a tutor. I like Pendant Prism here too. The other day, someone was asking when to use Prism. And like my answer was pretty glib, is like when you need the mana, but like if you're ramping to top end things, it suddenly becomes kind of good. And the fixing's not irrelevant here. Yeah, we're gonna grab this little bit of selection, huh? A little bit of selection there. Does turn 2 Prism let us turn 3 Crab? Yeah. Yeah, Talisman doesn't. Prism makes 2 mana on turn 3, so that would work. I should probably be taking this Wheel of Fortune. The Fanatic and the City of Traders are both tempting, though. Let's do this. Yeah, I think there's another green drafter, but we were not really butting heads. They wanted dorks, I super didn't. This is 11 green sources. That's pretty good. We can even go lower and get more red because we need double red. For red, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 is not enough. And then black can be pretty low. We have like 3 black cards essentially. And then sometimes you cast Crab, but Crab comes down post Coalition Relic, so you don't need to count it. Like you do Overlord, Pillage, and Reanimate. And for black, we have 1, 2, 3. Don't count Verge. Well, maybe we do. We pretty much need a forest to function, huh? I guess there's Copperline. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black sources is plenty. How many red did I say we had? Also 6. Yes, this is just not enough. If I do this, then we're at 9 green, and 9's like 1 less than I would like. Maybe 9's fine, right? Like the Nature's Lore and the Rumble will get you to double green for channel. And then it'd be 9 green, 8 red, 6 black. Could go down to 5 black, and that'd be fine too. Oh, I have another land. Awesome. That's always the best. You're like, man, I wish I had 1 more land slot. And then you add it in. It's like, oh, 1 more land slot. Cool. We'll do that then. Yeah, this band rips. Feels safer already, legal green heart card holder. Being disappeared into detention for no reason. Oh, I hope you don't get sick, Nexara. Hope you feel better. That's always the worst when you get sick when you're traveling. Well, we got a black source here. So if I find something to throw the breach in, or if this district finds something to bin, it didn't. Yeah, we can throw that away though. Gestapo, yeah. Yeah, that's the word. I'm gonna go ahead and plot this. I hate that flickering. Just leave it up, please. Opponent vamping. They're gonna twist my mind. They're not. They're gonna tinker. Citadel. Okay. Citadel from like 18 life can be pretty nasty. Interesting that they're passing, because the Chromatic Star could let them continue. One reason to chill is if they want the mana from the star. Another reason is if there's something on top of the library they want, like a counter spell. Boo. Yeah, important to jam there if they're like sitting on remand. Like we put them on a counter, but even when you put them on counter, there's like also remand and miscalc, right? If you try and play around mana leak, you might just be like giving them an extra turn. Breaching the Pyro to lower the life total? No, that was not a consideration. The Primus would just kill the Citadel. Kill the Citadel and kill their island, put you way ahead. With another land, I can answer that shielded. Are Goyfs so bad to oath into? I mean, I obviously don't think so, right? Sitting here with my Power Goyf here. This is probably the best one to oath into, right? Might help stabilize the board. Possible Pyrogoyf was supposed to serve, because the Jace is going to flip, and then when you're like both chilling here at one creature again. I guess it prevents the Shieldred from getting to attack me, though. Without giving me an Oath trigger. There's some value in that. There was a vintage constructed deck that had Oath and Pyrogoyf. That's funny. What's the main, like, Pyrogoyf kill in vintage? Are you just hitting, like, hate bears and stuff? I guess it's solid versus initiative. Oh shit, what up? Hey, X-Whale, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 7 months. Well, hopefully they don't have a... Actually, most things kill us, huh? Yeah, the Vamp Tutor, basically a Demonic Tutor with the Citadel there. They're at 3, though, so if they just tutored up a draw 7, it doesn't work. But then they can Wishclaw for it anyway. Yeah, they figured it out. Huh, well, it's real life, can't play that. Tendrils. Okay, so that's with my life total. Cool. Don't really have a sideboard here, so I'm just gonna submit, I guess. Damn can kill Shieldred, but it's like kind of hard. We only have, what was it, 6 black sources. Maybe better than the Delayed Blast. Delayed Blast was almost good. It was so close to being good. Oh, maybe the Oath should be coming out, actually. And just add Tracker and Fanatic. I dig that. I dig that swap. One of the few matchups where Oath just isn't going to be very good. I really want to keep, and then turn 2 discard Crab. Just reanimate it. I think this is a Maul. I don't know, you have like a weird impulse. Looking for a Sneaker Breach. No fast mana. What's this Maul? You're confusing it with the Graveyard one, yeah. Endurance just hits the Graveyard. Doesn't interact with Citadel, really. Pyroglyph did 0 damage when it was killed in response to the trigger. Well, it wasn't just killed in response to the trigger by the Gaboosh. It was killed with Dismember. So Dismember gives it -5/-5. So it wasn't that it, like, the trigger didn't work. It was that the trigger dealt the power, and the last known information for Pyroglyph was that it had 0 power. Sorry, I could have explained that when it came up. Kind of a cute little thing. My brain went like, oh, right, yeah, that works. And then I just, like, straight up didn't comment on it. Reading the card explains the card? Sort of. I don't think it does. I don't like that expression at all. Magic has some complicated-ass rules interactions. It was very difficult to figure them out just by reading the cards. Well, at least we got a little bit of damage in. They cracked the LED. They could have tinkered for Blightsteel. They just discarded Blightsteel to the LED. Oh, that was to give them a shuffle. That's cute. I think I'm going to max my damage here with Minsk and Boom. Deal them 8 instead of 7. Because my hand is pretty good. And the extra life, point of life could matter. Yeah, I don't think the draw 4 matters much here. But yeah. I wonder if they regret not getting Blightsteel. I wonder if we would have beaten Blightsteel. We do have Terra Sunder in. It's kind of cute. Kind of a cute answer. Isn't it 1 point? People said it was 2.7% for an individual day. So I did 0.27 times 6. And I got 1.62. Getting fucking corrected on my math in real time here. I was selling myself short. 1.64%. My God. That's so much closer than I expected. Their Blightsteel was in their hand. Right. Yeah, this is a hand that I would, like, happily keep against an unknown opponent. I don't think I want to keep this against Storm, right? Kind of want to go to 4. From the games I've seen, a single Terra Sunder is like backbreaking against them. Van Wilder just 3-0-6-0 their first Vintage Cube in years. Hell yeah. Love to hear it. Opponent's got some nice boarding up. That Boots could be terrifying with Tinker, right? Hasty Blightsteel. Don't like the sound of that. Fortunately, Workshop can't go into Wishclaw Talisman. Oh shit, what up? Hey, okay, Cups, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 76 months there. You first tuned in during the last 365. Excited for another? Love to hear it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. Despite myself. Guess I should grab another black source for Crab, huh? I'm just gonna leave Fnatic back. Day 6, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I should be using 5 out of 365 because I haven't completed the 6th day yet. I mean, I have technically streamed on a 6th day. Therefore, I have accomplished that aspect of the bargain. Now, just because I'm going longer than that, doesn't mean I haven't streamed 6 days in a row. About to show you all exactly how done a stream can be. So what did they tutor for, and then they just passed the turn? How long is the minimum stream that I'd feel happy with? So last time, I did a couple of 1 hour streams, but they were on days where I was playing like entire Grand Prix and stuff. And then I would get to my friend's house after like winning an SCG Open or something and stream for an hour. And then when I was sick and couldn't talk, I still had some 2 hour long streams. I'm not planning on playing any Grand Prix, any big 2-day tournaments this time. The closest to that is going to be CubeCon and the Barbecue, but Barbecue is only 1 day. And who knows, I might have even figured out live streaming by that point. And then CubeCon tends to be done around 5, so I should be able to stream. Saw little 4-hour streams those days too. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Wishclaw. I think I'm going to jam it. I would like to dedicate this game to my opponent's Wishclaw Talisman. Isn't the wedding in this 365? It is, yeah. I'm going to do my absolute darndest to figure out how to stream it, but the internet there is pretty bad. I win. Put a mold to 5. It looks like they got a really good 5. Oh, showed up. Hey, Chewongle, thanks for 67 months. Howdy, y'all. Last opponent here. You're very bad at counting. Oh, no. I appreciated the game. See, I'm not going Mana Vault into Sneak Attack here. And then next turn, we sneak in Overlord and hope something good happens. The other line is to put in the Relic and then either pillage or juice up the Relic for Minsc and Boo next turn. I think I like this. The mana to boot up Blightsteel. We did have, when we were holding up mana, we did have the Exile and Artifact. Terra Sunder, we were chilling on Terra Sunder for a little bit. But we drew into it and we didn't have it in our opener. I was terrified with those boots and stuff. I'll leave my 1/4 bag. Sure, right? Okay. Doesn't feel like it accomplished that much, right? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have double spelled. Maybe I should have discarded the Overlord to reanimate. Could have been cute. This is nice, though, because it gets me up to mana to Terra Sunder the Soul Ring. Ooh. You think top is super weak? Oh, you're super wrong. So top is not just an excellent filtering piece when you have cantrips or artifact synergies, right? Like it's also juicing up the opponent's artifact synergies. It's also an engine piece. If you can untap it in response to its activation, you can draw 2 cards per turn. If you have spells that benefit from multi-spelling, like Monastery Mentor or the one in the red equipment that just got put in, cards that like every time you cast an artifact you get a clue, that sort of thing. All of a sudden, all of your cards basically double. Like you play a cantrip, you draw the top, you play the top, you spin, you find another cantrip, you tap the top, you play the next cantrip. You see what I mean? Like your whole deck just becomes much more powerful because you can add the top into those turns. Yeah, and then there's like actual combos like Top Citadel. Too bad this deck doesn't have like a Black Lotus to find, huh? We could just win right now. I'll grab the 3 Breach in case they find an answer to the Sting Attack. You think it's weak just as a card selection tool? Okay, well, if you're playing top and your shuffle free deck with no synergies with it, then it's kind of on you, huh? Not really on the card. Awesome. Yeah, they saw that we put the Emerald in, so like they don't have an answer here, right? Might as well just pack. We didn't see artifacts for Oath, but I assume they've got some in there. I assume they've got some Saga tokens or Urzas or something. It's Caleb on Twitch time. It is indeed Ainvar. It is indeed every day. Yeah, Mater Jan, you find Emrakul weak because on turn 15 the game's mostly already over. I hadn't thought about Emrakul that way. I suppose you've got a point. Yeah, the Galaxy Brain thing I had as a cheer mote, and like nobody ever fucking uses cheer motes. And I was like, man, I need to get some animated emotes because I saw how many slots I had, and I was like, wait a minute, I have some of these. Well, like, kind of cool. I really do need to just like order a shitload more. Need to hunt down a good emote person. I had someone that I really liked for regular emotes, but I haven't talked to them in years. It's been years. They've like stopped emailing me offers and stuff. Guess I'm just doing this. I thought about running out the mana vault, and then if I ripped an untapped black source, I could just like play crab next turn. Oh my fucking god. Bye, lands! You tried to make an emote yesterday and almost threw your gimp out the window? Yeah, it's hard. I actually spent like several hours on the up the count emote, and it looks like it doesn't look the best. But it's legible, which is difficult. I don't know. A little tinker action, sure. For Nexus, all right. Yeah, just leaving up Terra Sunder would have been so much better than what I'm doing here. All right, well, I'm going to play this Oath of Druids. They don't kill me, right? 8, 9, 10, 11. No, they don't kill me. Play Mana Vaults and pass the turn. Putting the portal in is interesting. Because like I'm about to trigger Oath of Druids, right? And so the portal might be way better next turn. Nine mana. 10 mana. Oh, that's bad for me. Yeah, the awkward thing for me is that I just lost my exile artifact spell, which is making me feel a little bit more secure. I don't actually know what my best oath hit is. It might just be Emrakul. Well, there's a Traxa. Finding me through the breach Emrakul. That seems good, right? Or I have to choose between Through the Breach and Terra Sunday. One of the things about Emrakul is that they do have, like, permanents to sack. Delayed Blast Fireball, almost tempting. Very close to being able to play the Crab and the Terra Sunder, which I would like. We'll land drop, and then we'll have 7 mana. The portal's not doing anything right now. I'm not currently too worried. I'd be worried about them like cloning the portal. Yeah, one issue with the Emrakul Annihilation is that they just like bounce the attract, so they just win. Whereas Delayed Blast Fireball or Terra Sunder could buy me some time. But then we're just not doing very much in the meanwhile. Well, Breach Primus can't hit the portal because the portal's a creature. So the Primus would just be hitting Nexus and Academy, which is kind of good. You would have 2 blockers, unless they had counterbounce, in which case you would just die. But counterbounce also beats the removal lines. We don't know anything about their hand, no. We're just thinking. Should probably have the Taiga, unless I can't like Nature's Lore for another red untapped. Yeah, no stomping ground in here. Bolt the Battlesphere and play Crab. I think if I was going to bolt one of them, I would bolt the Portal. But I don't hate that line either. Can't bin cards to reanimate because then the portal would get them. Whereas if I did the line where I bolt the portal, then I could set that up potentially. We are only at 9 currently. Hey, Ruffles Minis, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 12 months, the full year. I agree that there are a ton of options there, yeah. You haven't seen that Treachery that good in a while? Oh, did you catch the... I guess you didn't catch last night's stream or the end of it. We had a sick fucking Treachery. Basically, my opponent had the cat, the 4-mana cat in play, and we Treacheried it, and then just got to... yeah, it looks like they were just going to beat me no matter what my line was, huh? Had me covered with the counter. Yeah, so we Treacheried the opponent's cat, and then every spell we played got to blink the Treachery, and then we would reattach it to their cat. And we basically just, like, turned it into this huge mana engine and had some, like, ridiculous, like, 40 mana turn. The worst part about that game is we had the Terra Sunder, but we didn't have the mana open for the Nexus on the first turn. If that had been a Force of Vigor, huh? I do miss Force of Vigor. Would this be good with all the artifacts? If you had fucking 50 billion mana, sure. I don't know. I don't see us getting there. I'm not boarding in the billion mana card in the matchup where they're like upheavaling on turn 2 or whatnot. little frustrated because I don't like this hand. I did like my last hand. Oh, that's helpful. That's potentially helpful. Why they removed Force of Vigor? To make room for the, like, 2-mana Naturalize that can also exile a card from a graveyard to draw a card. But I have not seen cast a single time. But their thought was that maybe people would be able to main deck that one. More excited about main decking. Not the worst reasoning. Yesterday I talked shit on green. Today you picked Cradle, pick 10 and Hextrigger 11. Those picks were happening already, Pulang. People don't want to be the Cradle deck because the Cradle deck's not very good right now. My post was not like steering opinion, it was reflecting it. I was looking forward to drawing cards this turn, finding something to channel out, maybe. I don't want to downtick Midskin Boot to have it spell bombed, though. I'd rather uptick if they're going to spell bomb. Yeah. Have a little bit more loyalty to work with. Good evening, Salty Rutabaga. Are we open to Stips this evening? We certainly are. Now it's going to take me 2 more turns to draw some sweet, sweet cards. Yeah, I still like Cradle with Bill, and I still like it with Moose. But I've certainly lost my fair share of games. Yeah, Portal here is pretty good because it lets them like rebuy Vaultborn Tyrant that I binned earlier. I assume that's what they're grabbing, but we'll see. And this time I don't have my anti-artifact card. There's been a lot of Hecken. Interesting. I wonder if they have Portal in hand. This is such a bad idea. The channel wheel here. When they have the Academy. Let's do it. And I'm not going to play my land because I'll probably draw a land that I might want to play. If I want to get another green source down. I should be holding out W. There we go. Speed that up a little bit. I could play the Coalition Relic. Don't see the need. If I was the opponent, I'm sacking all the lands in a Mirror Toker and representing lethal on the crackback, even though I've got a full grip. I mean, maybe it depends on the hand. Maybe you keep Assault Monolith. Island. Or I guess you would keep Academy Basalt. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of things needed to go right that game 3. I didn't like our starting opener at all. The Malevolent Rumble really like made the hand a real hand, let the Minskin Booby actual pressure. Yeah, hard to bin Sneak Attack thing to sneaks in, I'm gonna keep, but like we really need some acceleration. Channel plus wheel ultra good. Yeah, when it finds you Emrakul specifically, I guess it's good. Is Rumble the best mono green card in the cube? Yeah, I think so. I said differently the other day. I should correct myself. What's the best 5-color card in the cube? I don't think there is a 5-color card. You mean card for 5-color decks? Probably one of the Triomes. Omnath is close. I saw a pair of butterflies having fun dancing by outside my window. Love that. All right. Let's go, Mana Vault. Oh, that's not bad. Opponent doing some digging. Well, they have a nice reanimation turn if that's what they're doing. Get the zoom in before I fill up my graveyard. Looks like we're playing a mirror of sorts in the finals. What do you think? Do we run the gamble on Crab? Could hit that Woodfall of Primus. That'd be sick. Could hit nothing too. Primus like pops Dak and pops a land. It's kind of nice. Would have been nice if they hadn't had a giant board and could have just attacked and cleared the Dak. How do I feel about blocking that? You think they just want to reanimate it again? They don't currently have a thing to reanimate. We do have this delayed blast fireball, so I'm not too worried about the 1/1s. They don't mean to be in damage here. They have some 4-mana thing. Their own sneak attack, I see. The persist on the stolen one is not very good, correct? Still haven't answered the sneak, so I thought it was worth. Awkward ass duress, I bet they just drew it off the Night's Whisper too. Carnosaur and Necromox, the dream. Well, that's a bit disappointing. I think we're just dead on board, right? Yeah. Wait. I'm making a token that can block, I guess. Not a very good bluff when Rumble's face up. I've got a card. It could be anything. I'm gonna breach right in the middle of your combat here. So the tramplers need to be covered, which means we need to do this and this and this. We go to 1, which is not very many lives, but it's better than 0. Would have been the best hit. Atraxa. Atraxa would have been good. Gain some life. Draw some cards. Set up the next thing, maybe. We might just not have anything. Because the sneak attack's been answered, and we're too low for channel and reanimate. Like the reanimate's already in the bin. Thinking about Oath. I want Endurance. It's not like the best Oath hit, but I'm obviously going to bring it in here. They haven't seen Oath, so they don't have a reason to cut shitters if they're running them. Very close to keepable, huh? With Rumble and Reanimate there. Sometimes Reanimate's just good against a Reanimator opponent. We also don't really have the mana for Damn Bunny. We're pretty light on black mana. It's kind of a light splash. Wow. So they duressed not Oath of Druids, and now they're just firing off a 2. All right, if I can draw 7 here. Doop ba doo doop 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 doop. Yeah, see what their plan is, huh? Maybe they've got like removal spell plus reanimation. They found Bitter Triumph, but they're not playing it. They could play after I block too, because the creature's got trample. They might just want to see what I'm doing. They might not want to kill the Grizzlebrand because that gives me another Oath trigger. I would like to declare attack, please. Oath looking pretty good there. Huh? Looking pretty good there. Not a bad Oath. Not the worst. Not the worst Oath I've ever seen. I wonder if they feel silly about their duress. Can I explain my reason for not blocking? You figured you wanted them to kill it for Oath? Well, if you block, then they can let damage happen, and then they can kill it, and then we don't get an Oath trigger. So they might have wanted their creature to die before they killed my critter. So that's why I didn't block. This hand sucks, but it has a hope. And that hope is ripping channel on turn 2. Absolutely, Nixara. Yeah, it's a little counterintuitive if you haven't played with it before. I still have to think about it. Leads to some interesting decision making. We might get like super burned for binning that. I don't want to draw it though. The reanimation spell that we saw from them was Exhume, so I'm just gonna bin it and bin it in hope. Bin it in hope it's okay. This is a sneak attack turn. It is. Well, we get another Surveil land, which gives us another attempt at a channel. And then we bin that land, and we draw a fresh mountain. Yay! Just the card I needed. All right, well, GG. GG, I guess. Uh-huh. 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 All right. All right. Yeah, the hand was